So even though the golden age of free CRT pickups is long behind us, you can still get something good off a curb in 2025, as long as you're patient. I picked this setup from an OfferUp seller's curb for free just before trash day. This was about a month ago, and I remember when I first glanced at the posting, it didn't have any information, just a picture and a title that it was free. I was really excited to go grab this one because I thought it was a Sony Trinitron, specifically the KV-20FS12 model. They both have a very similar look, so I took a trip thinking that this was the CRT I was going to pick up. Now, I was pretty disappointed when I found out that this set was a Symphonic branded CRT made by Funai, and not a Sony Trinitron. Funai is by far the most common budget CRT mass-produced in the mid-2000s. They were everywhere and have a bad reputation among some retro gamers for low quality. This picture basically summarizes how I felt at the time. But remember that all CRTs are old at this point, so you have to rate them individually. This Symphonic was actually pretty decent. I do like the boxy shape and the flat top, which is good for setting pointless toys on. Around back, we see this is a model WF203 from the year 2003. It just has a basic AV input on the back and the front, so nothing fancy. Let's play a couple games and see how it looks. Mortal Kombat looks sharp and vibrant on the Symphonic. I was surprised that the picture was this good, so it possibly has a low-hour tube on it. It does have a few good things going for it. The geometry is very good, and I thought the purity looked perfect. Whites were pure white and blacks were rich and deep. I did notice the convergence was kind of bad, and I noticed some horizontal separation at the bottom. It wasn't too noticeable during gameplay, so only a minor gripe. This game was a notorious port on the Super Nintendo and known for having clunky controls, but I still enjoyed it as a rental as a kid. No FPS game got me more excited in my entire life than GoldenEye. I remember playing this game for at least 8 hours back on Christmas Day in 1997. It really is a masterpiece in my opinion. So all CRTs are decades old at this point. You have to remember that components fail and tubes get tired. Maybe if this was a Sony, perhaps it wouldn't even look as good as the Symphonic in the first place. For a little CRT philosophy, you can no longer rely purely on branding and model numbers as a baseline for quality. You may have to give lower-end sets like Funai a chance if you really want a good picture sometimes. The wear and tear on each CRT is going to be different, so your mileage may vary. If you're interested in learning repairs, then you already have an edge over the casual gamer who would just throw these sets out. But sometimes, picking up free sets as is off curbs is a whole different joy that most of us can appreciate. Overall, this Funai set really wasn't bad. I won't lie and call it a gem, but it was an above average set with a sharp and vibrant picture. I think I'll hang on to it, but do give Funai a chance sometimes, and you may be surprised. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.